Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Fallout Shelter. Hey, hey, hey! All right. Awesome. Guess what's back? The Halloween decorations. Oh, we've got them out of mothballs. We got them back up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Halloween time. It's Halloween time. Yeah, loving it. I saw it on my phone earlier today, and I wasn't sure if they would all sync up, you know, PC and the phone. But yep, we got it. Spooky, it's spooky. Well, see, now I'm gonna be kind of upset if I do actually get a theme, because I love having Halloween decorations up. But, yeah, we got to be quick about this. We got stuff to do. We got somebody at the door. Let's let them in before, and of course, then we'll have our attack. We will have our lovely attack at the door. Let's get rid of your crappy stuff. We don't need it. We don't want it. Get rid of it. We don't need it. We don't want it. Get rid of it. I don't know what that voice was. But, I guess I'm sort of, screw you, mysterious stranger. We don't care. We don't care. Oh, 3-Dog. Let's bring you back. I don't have to pay for you to be... We got second stringers to do. We got Game Show Gauntlet this week. And we got the Covewatch. So let's get it in and let's get them back, because I think there is a new quest up for Halloween. Yeah, the Halloween non-fiction. Limited time. It's only 5. And we get a ghost outfit, which this particular one, which is cool. I already have a couple of them, but I can always use more. It's always nice to have those to scare the kiddies with. So let's go do it, shall we? Covewatch. Explore the building. Alrighty, boys. Get in there. Go check it out. Oh, we got some raiders, of course. More suckers. Excuse me. Hello. Oh, he smacked her right in the head on the upswing. Love it. Awesome. Oh, right in the forehead. Pow, right in the kisser. Pow, right in the kisser. Yep. I love the fact that Halloween is back. I know we've talked about it before. I know I've sort of given you, you know, some tiny inkling. Woo! Got some Nuka-Colas out of that. I've given you some kind of tiny inclination that I do enjoy Halloween. And we talked, you know, briefly about it because things were, you know, flying in the face. Left and right and center, as Bailey would say. But, yeah. So, I mean, growing up, every year, if I had to watch Great Pumpkin, the Great Pumpkin was like being in another world to me. I know that seems kind of silly to be affected about, you know, by a show like that, especially a cartoon that was, you know, predated me by about 10 to 15 years. But it was just, it's one of those things that I hold very, very dear to my heart, watching every year. And I remember sitting on the couch 8 years ago. Actually, yeah, about 9 years. 16. Yeah, 9 years ago. 9 years ago, I remember sitting on the couch, watching The Great Pumpkin with a little itty bitty bundle of baby next to me on the couch, and explaining that one day, you know, you and I will watch this together, and, you know, snuggle up on the couch and have, you know, hot cocoa or something. And, you know, that was, of course, Bailey. She was an infant. I mean, she was only 3 months old at the time. A little over 3 months old. But, you know, even then, it was so much of a joy to pass that on to somebody else. And, you know, we do watch every year. So I do count that as a parental win in my book. Makes me feel good. You know, it gives me those warm fuzzies of being a father and you know, having that. Uh-oh, we got something here. Everybody wants to be famous. Well, I'll tell this story for a good long time. Huh. Okay. Well, apparently you're not going to be... It's going to be an abridged, maybe a couple of chapters, and that's about it. And we're going to not know how I think we know how it ends, but I don't think you know how it ends. But yeah, we, yeah, okay. Well, I do want to get the Yeah. Gotta get the fiver. Alrighty, good stuff. Onward, yes, onward. We got more to look around. Got more stuff to find. But, I mean, all of those shows back then. You know, every year, and I've talked about trick-or-treating, but every year watching, you know, It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown is just one of my favorite things to do. Sit there with my big pile of candy and just watch it and just could totally go, you know, full-on sugar coma, and then have to be like, you know, carried upstairs twitching in every, you know, a diabetic mess. It's horrible to say that, but you know, it was one of those things. And I remember growing up, every show that had its Halloween special was like a, you know, what shall I say, a special thing. But it's, you know, I remember Chips. There was a show called Chips back then. Eric Estrada and God, I forget his name. Larry Wilcox. Holy crap, I had to remember that name. You know, cop show. They were motorcycle, but the Pacific Coast Highway. Or actually, they were California Highway Patrol. But they did a Halloween episode, which was really funny. You had like this disco jazzy music with a girl dressed up like a ghost running down down the street. They were like they were robbing people. It's kind of, I mean, it's goofy, but you know, all those things make me laugh. I mean, everybody will tell you that their favorite. Well, not everybody. That's a blanket statement, but a lot of people who are a little younger than me, maybe to my age, a little younger than me, will say that one of their favorite movies is Hocus Pocus. And I only discovered Hocus Pocus in the last, 15 years maybe. And it's one of those things, I'll watch it. It's kind of depressing and sad, though, if you think about it. It is. I mean, it's kind of depressing and sad when you look at, you know, with the cat. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but, you know, the cat got me. Even though I know that, like, you know, it was a horribly, you know, the 1990s and the ability to make animals, you know, CGI and whatnot back then. But, you know, and then the guy that plays, you know, Gary Marshall, the guy that played, you know, Satan, you know, when the girls, the witches go visit him in his house, trick-or-treating, he died this year. That's kind of sad. So it'll be a special sort of anniversary year for Hocus Pocus. Gremlins, of course, is a great Halloween movie, as is Ghostbusters. One of the, you know, those cheeseball 80s movies, you know, I remember watching Night of the Living Dead, the original Night of the Living Dead, black and white, which was filmed near me. I've been to the cemetery where they filmed it. And I, you know, I don't know anybody in that movie, because that was way before I was born. It was 10 years, maybe 8 to 10 years before I was born. But I have met Tom Savini, who remade it in the 1990s with Tony Todd. You know, and I think Greg Nicotero probably worked on that. Now he's the Walking Dead. So I've met Tom Savini. I have worked with a very, very lovely gentleman by the name of David Early, who also is no longer with us. And he, if you don't know who that is, the original Return of the Living Dead, or not Return of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead. I'm sorry, Dawn of the Dead. I gotta get that wrong. Dawn of the Dead, the 1970s movie in the mall. You know, with it was filmed near me, of course. Again, you know, because this is a Pittsburgh area. George Romero filmed it near me, and the guy that plays in the beginning, he's like one of the newscasters, an African American gentleman that, you know, says, "Get that, you know, whatever, blah blah blah." Guy shows up on the screen. He's one of the anchors, or they're like one of the commentators. He was in Creep Show. He was also in Silence of the Lambs, Dark Half. He you know, very nice gentleman. I worked with him in a show about 10 years ago. No, 15 years ago. Wow, it's been that long. But yeah. All right, come on back, boys. We got to get you in so we can get you back out. What's next? We got the Game Show Gauntlet. Got to get it done. I actually had a new brandy new Game Show Gauntlet on my phone this week. So I'm hoping that we get the new one here, too. It'd be nice to get some new questions asked of us, because otherwise, what's the point? Just me talking. Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to Lose Your Head. You know, answer the questions correctly and get the caps. What is the settlement closest to Vault 10? Oh, okay, this is the new one. That would be Sanctuary. Awesome. That's Fallout 4. All right, I hate it when you're right. I hate it when you're right. Alrighty. This is different, but, you know, the questions are the same, but the layout of the building is different. So, yeah, David Early, nice gentleman, very super, person to work with. Just class all the way around. Can't say enough good things about him. Died too soon. He was also in Zack and Miri Make a Porno, if you've ever seen that movie. He was one of the guys auditioning for the movie. Oh, funny scene. What else? Oh, yeah. Return of the Living Dead, the 80s movie, Return of the Living Dead. That movie scared the piss out of me when I was a kid because of that, the zombie that's in the canister, the 55-gallon drum that, degrades and then is just like, they call him the Tar Man, which is kind of offensive. All right, next set of questions. Hey, we've come around to who trims the bushes in Sanctuary. Oh, wait, which one was this one? Marcy Long, she hates everybody. Sturgis is the guy that fixes everything, right? It's got to be Codsworth. Good day, madam. Righto. That was too easy. We need better questions. Well, I've seen these questions before. I've seen the questions like Quiz Show. I had knowledge of the answers. Oh, Nikes. So yeah, Return of the Living Dead, 80s movie was the problem with it. So here, the thing about Return of the Living Dead was, and I can't remember the guy's name. God, I want to say George something, but I can't be right. No, not George Romero. Shoot, somebody can correct me in the comments. But I want to say Brock or something like that, but that's not it. The guy that made Return of the Living Dead sort of had a falling out, I think, with George Romero. They'd worked together from Dawn of the or Night of the Living Dead, maybe maybe the Day of the Dead, and they had a falling out or something like that. And I think the way it worked was that he broke off and wanted to do his own thing, and George said, "No, you can't, not with that property." So he sort of made it different, but in the he called it Return of the Living Dead instead of Night of the Living Dead, and some of the rules still applied. Hold off on that. Time for round 3. Lose your head. Who's hanging around the Red Rocket near Sanctuary? That would be Dog Meat, my favorite. Yay. Right you are. So, yeah, finders keepers. Yeah. So, yeah, the Return of the Living Dead, it sort of follows the same rules, but instead of just being flesh-eating zombies, they crave brains. And even if you decapitate them, even if you dismember them, the rule is they don't die. They won't stop. They never stop. And it's funny because the whole premise is built upon admitting that what happened in Night of the Living Dead was the movie was based off of real events, and the real events are what fuel this Return of the Living Dead. So it's like Night of the Living Dead was a movie based upon real events. Now for the final round, the Great War started just before its holiday. That would be Halloween, because everybody's got their Halloween decorations up. Still. You're right. Now that is terrifying. Yay, we got a lunchbox out of that. Alrighty. But so the movie itself was a fictional account of a real event, and the real event involved one of these zombie things that are in a container, and the military lost control of like 4 or 5 of them, and it ended up in a warehouse, like a storage for like medical things, like cadavers and cross sections of animals, taxidermy, stuff like that. And they crack it open, and all hell breaks loose because they crack it open, and the gas gets out, and they figure that they have to clean up their mess because they weren't supposed to have done that. So they go next door to the It's a funeral home, and they say, hey, look, we got a problem here. The gas that was released reanimated a cadaver that was in the cold storage, and they chop it up, and it still won't die, so they burn it, and that burning it seeds the clouds or whatever and causes rain over a cemetery next door where a bunch of punks, and I say punks meaning like they're supposed to be like punk rockers or whatever, or like just people are partying, and all of a sudden the rain causes it's like almost like acid rain, and it raises the dead, and then all hell breaks loose. It has one of the worst. Linnea Quigley is like the scream queen of the mid late '80s as far as being in those movies where she was mostly naked half the time. HBO, Cinemax. You know what I'm talking about. And she was in it, but they had one of the worst effects at the end where they I don't want to spoil the movie, but they nuke Kansas City. They nuked Kansas City. All right, come on back, boys. Now let's go tackle the last quest we have going on. Second Stringers. This is the football one. Yeah, they nuke Kansas City, and when you see like all the zombies are standing there looking up at there's this supposedly a missile coming into them, but it's all real fake, and they like get blown away by an effect. They're all puppets, or they're all statues or models or whatever. It's kind of funny, but it scared me to death when I was a kid. And then they made a second one, which they make direct reference to the first one and make fun of Michael Jackson's Thriller at the same time. How could you go wrong? How could you go wrong? Oh, speaking of zombies, hello. What are some other great ones? Oh, cripes! Another movie that scared the poop out of me. Poltergeist when I was a kid, because that was '83. The pool scene. Those were real skeletons, mind you. Those were real skeletons. They didn't tell the actors that they were until after they'd filmed the scene in the pool. They got like, I guess on loan or whatever, like real skeletons, not like fakes like that you find in a prop closet, on a thing like Halloween decorations. Evil Dead. Evil Dead is one of the blitz 'em! Get him! It's one of the most awesomest of early 80s horror films ever, and the sequel is just even hilariously better. And of course, Army of Darkness. And now I got to catch up on it. I'm behind. Ash vs. the Evil Dead second season is out on, I think, Stars. So I got to go find that and watch it, because my goodness, I like that. That show is awesome. There's no, just total disregard for common decency. I love it. Oh, well, should we go? Can we go down? We're gonna go down. Yeah, we're gonna go down. Yeah, Army of Darkness, not a bad movie. It sort of camped it up and sort of made the full transition from being a horror movie into sort of a camp horror movie. Not taking itself too seriously, but still has so many great moments at it, so many quotable parts out of it. It's a cult, it's a cult hit. I have the Bruce Campbell versus the Army of Darkness, the box or the special edition. It's DVD from the early 2000s, and I have the tin. I have actually it's a lunchbox looking tin, or it looks like a candy dish thing, open of Evil Dead. I got off eBay back in the day. Those are some of my prized possessions that I love. Remember that back in the day? They don't really make special edition DVD sets anymore. Well, even Blu-ray sets anymore. I have I bought it online, real cheap, brandy new in the box, cheap. 4 years after the fact, the Matrix trilogy and all the Animatrix, the animated ones, in it was like a plastic container thing, but it had a bust of Neo on top of it. So yeah, they just don't do that anymore. The Lost, I think, box set would have been nice, but I don't know. I'd like to get all the Harry Potters on Blu-ray, but I haven't found a decent enough. I'm sort of a snob when it comes to buying those things and wanting to get the best possible thing. Sack 'em! No, you're gonna go on an injured reserve. Nice. Yeah, I mean, like to have the best capture, the best extras. I mean, I don't think really people even care about DVD extras anymore, Blu-ray extras. It's just like it's all about just getting the movie, you know. You just buy it from a red box or whatever, you know, just keep it there. But, you know, back in the day, it used to be a big thing to get the special, like the Criterion edition of DVDs. But they don't have those anymore. There used to be a website, I think, called the Digital Bits. It might still be around, that used to talk about the DVDs and the actual, like, the quality of the transfers and how much graininess was there. Ooh, we got a Nuka-Cola Quantum. The transfers, the extras, the sound quality, like, you know, there's whether you see the black, you know, the dark blues and the blacks in the background, like the pixelated, like the squares or whatever. It's a lost art. Nobody cares about this stuff anymore. Or they charge way too much. Oh. You're too late. I sent that settler to the commish. Aw, man, we were looking for a settler. They're going to be our new cheerleader. Ugh, that doesn't sound good. We're going to win this year's Super Cup for sure. Who's the commish? He's the big bad boss who awards the Super Cup to the nastiest raider like me. Well, you're going to be the deadiest. Which not even a word, but we don't care. And in one more shot, he's done. Bye-bye. Yay. All right, couple more rooms and we'll be done. What else we got? Exorcist, always a good one. Bubba Hotep. Go watch Bubba Hotep. If you like Bruce Campbell, Bubba Hotep. And then watch the commentary with Bubba Hotep. For Bubba Hotep with Bruce Campbell watching the movie as Elvis. It's awesome. And the music. So, you know who the guy that does the Avengers and Iron Man, or what's his name? Brian Tyler. He was really well known back in the previous decade or whatever for doing Six String Samurai, which was like a nihilist, like a surf punk post-apocalyptic samurai movie, in the Red Elvises, I think it is. Yeah, but that was a good movie and really great soundtrack. Brian Tyler has done nothing but up since those days. But all right, we got Sports Fan Outfit, Hunting Rifle, Military Fatigues. Did not get any themes. Kind of upset. Somebody said I need to really get the Brotherhood of Steel themes. That would have been nice. But maybe we'll get some more. We'll get our guys back out and get them going again. We will get more. Don't worry. Don't worry. But we got people coming back. We need to get all our ducks in a row here and get everybody going back out again. When those guys get back, we will take on the Halloween nonfiction. In fact, why don't we get it set up so I don't have to wait? So you can see me go and do it, because that's always fun, isn't it? Well, we'll bring you guys. You know, we'll kick out one of these things. We got one out of that. We can use it. But hey. Yep. Alrighty. So, do you guys need to be... They're still running from the... Oh, they're just kind of like walking now. My gosh. Well, they ran all that way. I guess they're tired. But so we will send you guys back out. You'll do that. And it's, of course... Oh, well, wait a second. Wait a second. You said you weren't... Nothing wrong with you. Jacob... Matthew and Randy Campbell, you're going to go handle a ghost. You're going to go see a ghost, Randy Campbell? No. Oops. All right, Jacob, Matthew, and Randy Campbell, head out forth and take on Halloween nonfiction. We will get that quest going for the next time. Alrighty. That's all I got for tonight. Tell me your favorite scary movie. Scream, another good one. Scream, another good one. Not so many, you know, that they kind of like went downhill after that. Original Nightmare on Elm Street. The original Freddy's. Yeah. The first one, not the second one. Third one, really good one. And then they kind of like went down a little bit downhill after that. But still fun. I saw the 3D one, number 6, in the theater with the glasses. Yeah. And, of course, Jason, Friday the 13th, of course. Michael Myers, my favorite. The original Halloween. Don't watch the Rob Zombie remake. It's not as good. go watch the original. The Thing. I'm gonna just start here talking about all these damn movies. The Thing. We'll talk more about. We got plenty of Halloween. It's only the middle of October. We got plenty of time for Halloween. So we'll bring it on back and do the other quests when we have time. I will talk to you later. Bye bye. Yeah.